Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm excited to bring you another in the series of 311 palette of the week. So if you're not familiar with this, I've done one other, I'll link it below, but it's where I pull out a palette, whether it's old or new, but something that I feel like I've gotten stuck in a rut and need to figure out some new color combinations. So I stick with that one palette for a whole week and then share with you 3 of my favorite looks that I created. So today, as you probably saw from the title, we're doing the Naked Heat palette. So this isn't a real old palette, but it's something that I found myself just pulling out and doing pretty much one look every time. So I wanted to come up with 3 different looks, and one of the looks, you may be surprised that I actually make it look a little more pink. So that's just a little tease. So the first look that I'm going to share with you is the one that I'm wearing here, mostly all matte eye, very deep lip, but I'm just going to be showing you eyes, lips, and cheeks in each of the 3 looks. So if you want to see the 3 looks that I created with the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, then just keep on watching. Alright, so to start off this first look and all of the successive looks, we will start with primed eyelids. And first I'm going to take my Morphe M208 brush, and we're going to start off with the first color, Ounce. Has a little bit of a pearl shimmer, so I'm just keeping this real close along the eyebrow, the brow bone, I should say. And then right below that, going to use Chaser, and I'm going to blend this from right at the edge of Ounce to the top of the crease. And then I'm going to take this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Summerside, and first I'm going to take a little bit of it on this Sedona Lace EB13 brush. This is a great brush for blending out these types of shadows, but I will also go back with my finger and just darken that up. And by adding a matte base first, I have found that this really helps the matte shades in this palette cling and stay all day. So you do not have to do this, but I find that it just helps the matte shadows look a little more saturated on the lid. And I'm just going to blend this out into the crease, and then we are going to go over it now with my M504. I'm going to do a combination first of Soft and Low Blow. We are going to blend those 2 colors into the crease, and then we're going to take my M433 and the shade Cayenne, and we're going to put this right over where we used that ColourPop shadow. And you can see it just immediately intensifies that color, and again it helps it stay true to color all day long. If you don't have that ColourPop shadow, you could use an eyeliner, you could use a MAC paint pot like the one in Groundwork or Constructivist, and you would get a similar look. Now I'm going to just take that M433 and blend lightly over the edge into the crease, and then go back with my M504, first with no product, and then if you need to, just add a little more of those first 2 colors that we used in the crease to further blend. And then I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Pencil in Rail. And I do find this pencil works miraculously in the waterline and in the inner rim. And so as I am lining this, you can see I am not going across the whole rim at once, just little bits at a time. If this scares you, you can absolutely just go on the top of the lashes, close to the lash line, and this just helps thicken the look of the lashes. And also with these orange colors, sometimes they can make you look a little tired. So by doing this step, I find that it helps you look less tired and fatigued. And now you can see the difference between the eye that has the liner and the one that doesn't. Now I'm going to go in the lower waterline and line it there just close to the lashes there. Just be very careful. And then I'm going to take this small fluffy pencil brush. This is the Morphe M506, and we are going to first go in with In Fuego, that deep red, matte red shade. And then we're going to go over that same area with a little bit of Ashes. And this is just going to darken that outer corner a little bit. And then once you have placed those colors, we're going to go back with the M433 and make sure the edges are really blended and soft, and go back with the M504 if you need to. Blend, blend, blend. And then I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Mega Liner. It's a liquid liner in dark brown. I like dark brown because it's not quite as harsh as black. This is a pretty decent liner from the drugstore. I do find sometimes if you do a really large wing, it can kind of crack a little bit throughout the day on the outer wing, but by doing just a short little flick like I'm doing here, this is a really good liner. Stays all day. And if you struggle with liquid liner, just find a nice soft brush and use the brush, make the brush do the work for you. You can see I'm just laying the brush on its side and dragging it towards the lash line, not up. And what that does is it helps you keep a nice thin line and it doesn't get out of control. Now I'm going to take this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I just wanted a nice light matte base so that we could brighten up this inner corner. And then we're going to go over the top of it with my E60, my Sigma E60, and that color Ounce. And it's just going to add a hint of this little bit of a pearl finish in the inner corner, really brighten that up. And then I'm going to take the color Sauced and use that to help blend that Ounce into the rest of the colors that we have on the lid. Now for the lower lash line, I'm taking the Urban Decay 24/7 liner in Torch. It's a really nice rusty orange color. I'm just going to use this as a base for the powder shadows we put on top of it. Blending it out a little bit, softening the edge with my finger. And then I'm going to take my Bare Minerals flat definer brush, and we're going to go in first with In Fuego and work this right up close to the lashes. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. pencil brush and some of that Sauced color, and we're going to kind of work this into from about midpoint in towards the inner corner and just try and soften that lower lash line a little bit. And then, as you can see, I'm going to now just use it to further blend and mesh that outer corner with the lower lash line. And because I want this look to be a little more blown out and not real harsh and defined out there, I'm going to take the M433 and just, again, soften those edges. Then I curled my lashes, applied mascara. Now it's time for blush. We're doing the NARS blush in the color Madly. I love this neutral color. Adds a little bit of color to the cheeks, but with this bold eye and the bold lip I'm doing, I didn't want to go too colorful on the cheeks. For highlighter, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter in So Hollywood. This is just a nice kind of shimmery gold color, not on the high points of the cheeks and the bridge of the nose. And then I used a little bit of that highlighter on the inner corner because I wanted just a little more brightness there. Now it's time for our lips, and I'm using the NYX lip liner in the color Nutmeg. This is my favorite brown brown lip liner. It is a wonderful color that I use with my pale nudes and my dark browns. And so today, as you will see, we are going super dark and dramatic. You could definitely go with a lighter, paler nude color if you prefer, but I was just feeling like I wanted some dark fall lips today. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit color in the color Coral Crown. If you want something that's a little lighter copper colored, this is the Touch and Soul, in case you can't read that upside down. And it's in the color Maria. That would be a beautiful shade with this look as well. But I chose this deep, dark, shimmery, coppery brown color. It's so pretty. And these really are long wearing lipsticks. And here's our finished look. So this is a very dramatic fall look, but mostly matte eye, dramatic lips, just love it. On to look number 2. We are again going to start with our same brow bone highlight combination. First starting with Ounce on our Morphe, why can't I remember this brush? Morphe M208 brush. And then we're going to go right below it with that second shade Chaser. And this look, if you can't tell by my pink sweatshirt, is going to be the look that we make it look a little more pink. So I love warm colors and I love the warmth of this palette, but sometimes I want to wear more pink leaning shades, and I'm going to show you how to make this palette work that way for you. So now we're going to take the Morphe M504 and we're going to do a combination of Chaser and He Devil. And by combining these two, it really lightens up He Devil and actually is going to make this crease color look more pink. So you're going to just continue to build this up slowly, again dipping your brush in both of those colors. And once you get your desired depth of color there, we're going to go in with this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the color Drift. And it's this beautiful shimmery, almost fuchsia color, kind of cranberry but a little more pink leaning. If you don't have this, you could use MAC Paint Pot in Idyllic or the NYX eyeliner in the color Oxblood and just smudge that out as a base. And then I'm going to take the Urban Decay eyeliner in the color Perversion. This is just a super black shade. You can use whatever eyeliner you have on hand. I'm going to take this about halfway across the upper lash line and thickening out that outer corner just slightly. And this is going to be our eyeliner for the day. So we're going to apply it and then smudge it out. And then we won't have to apply any more eyeliner up here. So makes this look a little easier to achieve. And then before it sets, you're going to take a small pencil brush, or I've been loving this one. This is from Sedona Lace, the EV21. And I'm just quickly blending the edge of that eyeliner into that drift color. And then it doesn't have to be precise because we're going to go over it with shadow anyway, but this is just going to provide a really nice base for our darker shades on top. Now we're going to go in with the Sigma E60 and the beautiful shade Scorched. We're going to place this on top of that drift color, and by putting that drift base down, it's keeping Scorched from going too orange. It's making it look a little more pink. And then we're going to take this, again, our small little fluffy pencil brush, the M506 by Morphe, and that shade Ashes, and it's just going to create a really nice dark plum shade out here in the outer corner. And blend that into Scorched. And then I'm going to take my trusty 433 Morphe M433 and the En Fuego color and use that to further blend Ashes and the edge of Scorched. So you're going to take this En Fuego color about halfway into the crease. And then we're going to go back with our Morphe M504 brush, and the first two shades we used, Chaser and He Double, use a little bit more of that to further blend out the crease. Now I'm going to take the Essence 2-in-1 eyeshadow pencil in Rosy Happiness. This is a nice shimmery icy pink color, and because I'm trying to keep this look a little more pink, we're going to put down this more pink leaning base, and then it will make the colors that we put on top of it appear more pink. So now we're taking the Sigma E60, and first we're going to take Lumbre, which is normally a golden pink color, and I wanted to keep it a little more pink leaning, so we put down that base first, and then I'm going to now blend the color Ounce from the inner corner and just lightly into that Lumbre shade, and you can see it just creates this really nice shimmery pink inner corner. Now I'm taking the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Rockstar, and this is one of my favorite plummy shades. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, but just blending that across the lower lash line about halfway. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Ashes first, right up close to the lashes with this eye definer brush. And then I'm going to go in with En Fuego and further soften that edge just a little bit, go a little bit further over with that shade. And now I'm taking my e.l.f. pencil brush and a little bit of those two colors we used in the crease, which was He Double and Chaser, and we're going to use that just to soften that lower lash line and blend it towards the inner corner. Then I applied mascara, same combination as before, Lash Paradise by L'Oreal and the Voluminous Primer. And then for blush, today I used MAC's Melba. And Melba is a really beautiful shade. It goes with just about any makeup look. It is a nice pinky peach shade, and you can easily build this up if you want more intensity. And for highlight, I'm going to use the Tarte highlighter in the color Stunner, and it is really stunningly beautiful. It's kind of my perfect pinky champagne color. I love using this when I've done more of a pink look on the eyes. For the inner corner highlight, I went back with a little more Ounce because I felt like I needed just a little more brightness there. I almost always do this because I love a bright inner corner. I think it helps me look a little more awake. And then for lips, I am using the Bite Lip Pencil in the number 22. And this is a nice mauve pink color. It has a little more pink than brown in it, so it's really nice. I love using this with real nude lip colors because it just kind of adds a little more color. And as you'll see in a minute, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink which is a liquid lipstick in the color Loyalist. And this is, I believe, the lightest color, and it has a little bit of a pink hint to it. But these are great, very long wearing. You just need to make sure you blend it in with your finger like I'm doing here to remove any tackiness. If you get too much on your lips, it can remain a little too tacky. So I'm just blending it into the lip liner, and here's our finished look. So we've got kind of those nice plummy tones on the eyes blended into the pink, and we're ready to go. On to look number 3. Again, on our primed eyelids, we are going to start off with those first two shades. First, I am starting off this time with Chaser. I have a little bit of Sunless Tanner on, so I didn't want my brow bone highlight to get too light. So I'm starting off with Chaser along the brow bone and blend it to the top of the crease. And then I'm going to go back with Ounce right up against the edge of the brow there and brighten that just a little bit. Then on my Morphe M504, we are going to do a combination of Sauced and He Double. So this is going to come out a little more orange than in our previous look, but by combining the two, it helps provide a better blending shade. If you go straight in with He Double, it can be a little too strong of a color to blend into. So I like to add a little bit of Soft and He Double together, and then go back with just a little bit of He Double a little lower on the crease. And we're just going to keep blending, 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 and building the color until we get the level of depth that we want. Now I'm going to take the Urban Decay Slide On Pencil in the color 0. This one is similar to Perversion, but it's not quite as dark black, but I don't think I could find my Perversion pencil this day, so I used 0 instead. So use whatever black liner you have. I'm doing that trick again, just smudging this into my upper lash line, winging it out just slightly, and I'm going about 2/3 of the way across today and thickening up the outer edge there a little bit. But it doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to blend this out. So going back with my Sedona lace pencil brush, this time this is the 904. I am just smudging the edge of that and really working this into the lashes, because I really want the lashes to look really thick and full. Then I'm pulling up that outer corner slightly. Now I'm taking this beautiful shade by ColourPop. It's called Hot Tamale. And you can use whatever dark shimmery brown base you have. But I promise you, this is going to make a really big difference as a base before we go in with our next shadows. So I'm putting this, don't worry if you cover some of the black liner, that's okay. It will still provide a really nice gradient look. But this just is a shimmery brown. You could also use Constructivist Paint Pot by MAC. And now we're going to go in with that last shade, Ember, on a flat shadow brush. And this color is really beautiful. It's a shimmery brown, but the shimmer doesn't show up as much if you don't put a base down. So I like to put down a base first, and then it really helps that shimmer stand out. And I'm pretty much putting this all over the lid, not into the innermost corner, but almost all over the entire lid. And now we're going to put a little bit of the color Ashes in the outer corner just to help blend that liner into the Ember color. And again, I'm using the Morphe M506 and using this to really just soften the outer V there. And yes, this is another dramatic look, but I was just really in the mood for some fall looks, dramatic fall looks. So now I'm taking a clean Morphe M433 brush first and just softening the edges with that before I go in with any more shadow. And then now we're going to go back in with that Key Double shade and right on the edge into the crease. And now I'm going to use Ounce on my Sigma E60. And first we're going to use this just to lighten up that inner corner. You can see that by itself, this over that Ember shade, it makes it look a little gray. So don't worry, we're going to fix it, but we're using this first just to lighten up the base slightly. And then now on that same brush, we're going to go in with Scorched. And we are going to use this to provide a little bit of a gradient between that Ember shade and our brighter inner corner. Go back with Ember. I felt like I lost a little bit of that shimmer, so just go back and touch that up a little bit here. And now I'm using the NYX Faux Blacks liner in Oxblood, and this is a really nice matte red color. There we go. And I am just going to smudge this on the outer half and then go over the top of that with these three matte colors. So we're going to start in the outer corner with Ashes. And then as we work our way in, we're getting lighter with colors. So the next color we're going to do is Key Double. And then on the innermost part, then we're going to go in with Sauced. Then I applied mascara. I used my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara and the Roller Lash Mascara as well. And now I'm going in with my all-time favorite blush. It's the Makeup Geek Infatuation. It is a beautiful kind of light terracotta shade. Love this for fall. For highlighter, we're going back to the So Hollywood by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And again, putting this on the high points of the cheeks, the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow. And then I wanted a little bit of that on the inner corner. Course, because we've got to have a bright inner corner. For liner, lip liner, this is the NYX Nutmeg again. This is my little tiny one that I carry in my purse usually. And for this look, I wanted to go really nude on the lips, but I can't just slap on a nude lipstick that's really super pale. I find I need some kind of brown liner or pink liner with it. So I used this NYX lip liner first, and then I'm going in with Creme de Nude by MAC, which is my favorite pale nude shade. But again, like I said, I have to have a lip liner with this lipstick. So applying the lipstick and then just blending the lip liner and that lipstick together. And you get a really nice nude lip, which I think pairs well with this very dramatic eye. And here's our finished look. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. It gave you some new inspiration for your Urban Decay Heat palette. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.